Hi everyone, Ali here. Today I'm going to make some altered paper clips, and these paper clips here are 5 centimeters in length. I've got some Kaisercraft paper here which is called Vintage Timeless, and I've got a couple of pages in here that I would love to make some paper clips out. I'm also going to use some scrap paper as well as these pages. So this is one of the papers here that I want to use. It's got a very vintage feel to it, and I also have this here that I want to use also. Now I do have some scraps in here that I'm going to use, as well as some of my scraps in my scrap bin. So I've got this bit of scrap here I'm going to use. So I love this 6x6 paper pad by Kaisercraft. It's a very nice paper pack. So these 5 centimeter paper clips are just in silver, and I just picked them up at the local discount shop for a couple of dollars, and I think they're a box of 100. I'm just working out what size to cut my paper at, and I've decided to cut it at 3 centimeters wide and 11.5 centimeters in length. So when this is folded over, my paper clip will end up being 3 centimeters wide by 5 3/4 centimeters in length. So after cutting the paper out, I'm just going to fold it in half, just like so, and just make sure it's all crisp. And with my paper clip, I'm going to put it on the back side of my folded paper. Now the small piece of the paper clip will be on the back side, and the longer piece will be on the front side. Now I've got my hot glue gun here, and I am just going to use hot glue to glue this down with. I'm just making sure that it's on the edge of the paper as well, because I don't want my paper to come away. And I'll just fold that together and just squeeze it down. Now if any of the glue comes out, you can remove it quite easily. Just be careful though, this is a hot glue gun and you can burn yourself. So I'm just going through my scrap bin here to get out some scrap paper. I'm going to use this up in some paper clips, and this is a really good way of using up those scraps. So this part of gluing all the paper clips into place with the hot glue gun doesn't take any time at all. So I will do this part first before moving on to decorating my paper clips. So I've got a bin here of leftover die cuts that I've used on projects along the way. So I've had this forever, and these are really good to decorate these altered paper clips. So I'm just going to go through my bin here, my stash, and just get out some items, some die cuts that I've already got, because I can use these up. And this is another good way of using up scraps and leftover die cuts. I do use an ink to go around the edge of the paper clips before I decorate them. And I'm just using Distress Oxide in Walnut Stain and Black Soot just to go around the edges, and I do the front and the back of the clips. Okay, to the fun part. This is where I get my leftover die cuts and decorate the front of the paper clips. I find this so relaxing and therapeutic to do, and I just let my mind wander, and before you know it, you have paper clips already decorated. So I normally decorate them with the die cuts, and then I'll come in last with my word cutouts. And yeah, like I said, these take no time at all to make. I have had so much fun today making these paper clips. You can even use leftover parts from dies that you normally wouldn't use. So these bits here are from a geometric die, which I had kept the leftover bits, and they look fantastic. I've even got this word die that I didn't use in a previous project, and I'm going to stick it on this paper clip, and it looks fantastic. So I'm a bit of a hoarder. I keep all of those sort of things in my die box, and because you never know when you're going to use it, so they have really come in handy today. I'm just going to leave you watch how I decorate each of these clips, and you'll see that each clip will be unique in its own way. So I also use liquid pearl drops and Nuvo crystal drops and Kindy Glitz and even Diamantes also, just to add extra dimension to my paper clips. So I'm going to add some word stickers to my paper clips, and there's a number of words that I have got here that I will add. Some fun, some motivational. By putting these on my paper clips, they just add that finishing touch. So I'm just going to go around the edges with some oxide ink, And then what I'll do is I will mount these on either black cardstock or brown cardstock before gluing them onto my tags using PVA glue. So I hope you've enjoyed my video today of making really easy altered paper clips and decorating them as well. So you can decorate them as little or as much as you want, and it is a really good way of using up some scraps. So you can use these altered paper clips in travelers' notebooks, junk journals, really anywhere you want. I'm going to be taking these to work because I work in an administration area and I use paper clips all the time, so it's a good way to show off my craft to my work colleagues as well, so I'll probably even give some away. So if you have enjoyed this, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget that notification bell. And until next time, happy crafting. See ya!